Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Oriental Legend, and this was created by a company called IGS, and I believe they're a Chinese company, in 1997. This game is also known as Shi Yo Shi E Zhuan. Not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but probably something like that. This was suggested by YouTube user Commander QUUHOD, and the game had a couple follow-ups, or a few follow-ups. One was a special, Oriental Legend Special in 1998, one was Oriental Legend Special Plus in 2004, and one was Oriental Legend 2 in 2007. And this is set during the Tang Dynasty in China. And it's colorful, it's got some cool characters, it's got a lot of cool moves. I really like the premise of the game and its appearance, but God, the game is way too long. The game takes way too long to complete. But it's really an interesting game. You can choose from 5 different characters to play as, and there's one of them, some sort of monkey type boy, and there's a pig man with like a giant rake. And each character has some cool special moves that they can do. There's like a dash attack they can do. There's a special move that takes a little tiny bit of energy off their life bar. There's a move they can do with repeated attacks. And then each of them can cast spells, and you see her spell. There is a choose spell button. There is a button that just automatically casts one of the spells, and if you keep on using spell after spell, it'll end up using all of them. But it's a beat 'em up like Final Fight. But it's really pretty cool looking. I like it. I had never seen or heard of this in the arcades. But it's really neat. There are 8 different levels, and some of them have multiple paths. I did not show all the different moves that each character can do. There are moves that they can do when an enemy is down. But there are a lot of boss fights. There are mini boss fights. The bosses are really cool. And here you get to choose how many players you want to play at once. You can have up to 4 at once, it looks like. But you can choose between 5 different characters. One of them is a warrior with a spear. They each start with a weapon, and you can lose your weapon. You can regain the weapon later on in the game. But the special moves you do can depend on whether or not you have a weapon. I mean, they might be different if you don't have a weapon. But I will start with the warrior with the spear, and his name is Long-Nui. And there is a pig with a rake, and his name is Ba-Chieh. And there is a monkey boy with a spear, his name is Wu-Ching. There is, I think she's a female ninja, a kunoichi with a dagger. Her name is Long-Nui. And there's a warrior with a yari, and his name is Wu-Ching. But I think it's cool that you can attack the birds kind of almost in the background. But yeah, having a spear is definitely helpful. You got long reach with it, and you can keep enemies at bay. But there will be certain things that you can pick up after defeating enemies, and they might be added to your magic list. It's not all magic spells, but some of them are like certain weapons like bombs or dynamite or something. But you can select between those by pressing the choose magic button, and then you can cast the magic or special weapon with another button, and it'll just automatically choose one of the spells or weapons for you. And if you keep using that same button, then eventually you'll just use up all your spells and extra weapons that you have. There will be food items that'll replenish your energy a bit. Some of the spells can be really quite cool that you can cast, and there will be like certain items that have a Chinese symbol on them, I think, that you can pick up. And here is one of the options that you have. You can either jump over that gap or you can fall in. You can go a different way. Sometimes the alternate path is harder, or it may be easier. There are other multiple paths later on in the game. Like I said, I like this game. I love the presentation and all the cool special moves that you can do with each character. I mean, try this game out if you've never played it and just tinker around with all the cool attacks you can do. It's really neat. But man, the game just goes on way too damn long. And we are about to face a boss. And we're just gonna scoot forward and face him because the game just takes way too damn long. And there was one of the spells I used, and the bosses sure as hell can use their own spells against you. But yeah, you can get that spear knocked out of you, knocked out of your hands. And you don't have much time to beat a boss or advance in the game. You gotta really hurry. Do not screw around. See, I'm almost out of time. And when you run out of time, you lose a life. Oh, that sucks. Now this time we're gonna go down the other way. When you see a flashing treasure chest, don't mess with it, because it'll be a trap. It might still have treasure in it, but it'll be a trap. It'll hurt you if you get too close. Some of just the regular enemies even are pretty cool. And here's a different boss, and this guy is called Silver Man. But they all have special attacks that can hurt you if you get too close. I am definitely not going to do a playthrough because that would take over an hour to complete. And I don't want to subject you to that. So we'll just... I was trying to choose one of my special attacks or magic. And there I go. But use those on the boss, the special attacks, because they'll have long ass energy meters. And yeah, some of those magic attacks are really cool. Some of the Chinese symbols that you try to pick up, or whatever those are, that give you extra magic, might not be ones that will work for you, and you will automatically drop them after trying to pick them up. I can't translate the Chinese, sorry. And now we have, this is the second level, and these guys make me think of Muppets. They kind of look like they might be Muppets. But yeah, having that spear is really helpful. Some of the enemies will throw things from afar. There are often good places to stand at where the enemies can't quite reach you, but you can still hit them. But yeah, each character has some cool special moves. You can do like a rapid fire attack perhaps, or you can do a charge attack. Press twice, left or right, to run, and then do an attack while you're running. Sometimes there'll be enemies, but you'll be prompted to exit the screen anyway, and you can do that. You can ignore the enemies that are on the screen and just leave. Yeah, you don't have enough time in this game. That's another complaint. I've got to get the hell out of here. Just die. Whoa, crap. And now we go into this fiery pit area. And there will be some areas where you can push a block out of the way and go a different route. There are numerous alternate routes in this game. Oops, I lost my spear. Oh, I picked up a new one. Cool. Yeah, I had... Oh, I guess they didn't give me an opportunity to read or to study the Chinese. I don't know any Chinese. I just know a little tiny bit of Japanese. And there is one of my alternate weapons, a bomb. We'll look at all the other characters in the game, not just the warrior Long-Nui. But yeah, there are 4 buttons to use. One is choose your magic spell, and one is to use the magic spell, one is to jump, and one is to attack. And pressing jump and attack together does a special attack that drains a tiny bit of your life bar. And here is the second boss. It's this thing that's running around real quick, and it has a spear. It can flip you around. Here's one of my magic spells. Magic spell certainly drains a lot more energy than just your average kick or spear attack. And here I'm prompted to continue. I chose not to right here. Oddly enough, you don't put in your initials, even if you got on the high score list. You put in your initials halfway or partway through the game. I don't remember what part you do it at. Now I'm going to play as the pig. Note that I do not have my spear in my hands, and my attacks are totally different. And after you beat a boss, you can pick up all sorts of different treasures. He's celebrating by rolling around on the ground. Weird. And now we're going to go to level 3, or stage 3. Yeah, we're just going to skip ahead parts. We've got a sort of desert area, and we've got an eagle flying around. I think the eagle can hurt you. But yeah, your dash attack, your rapid fire attack, numerous other attacks are different when you don't have a weapon. Now here is the part where you put in your initials. Really weird. Partway through the game, and you can put in 4 initials total. I like this game. I just wish it wasn't so damn long. There's some fish in this game. Here is a mini boss here. And here's another magic attack. Yeah, when you die and return, you have a shield for a short time. I mean, you're invincible for a matter of seconds. And again, once you see a flashing treasure chest and you try to pick it up, it's a trap. It may still yield some special items after you destroy it, but I zipped ahead and just defeated the boss. This guy is the warrior with the Yari Wu-Ching. I think that's his name. And here is another split path area. You can take one path or the other. There's numerous alternate paths you can take in the game. But yeah, many items that you can pick off the ground will be you can choose them with your magic select button. Watch out for the spikes that stick out of the ground. And here is another boss character. This is Goat King. Is that what it says? There's a lot of animal bosses in this game. Kinda interesting. This game altogether is very interesting. I really like it, but damn, it's way too long. We're gonna skip ahead and beat this bastard. And we're gonna use the girl. And she was, I think, a kunoichi with a dagger. Her name is Long-Nui. There, I beat that guy. That giant sword is a great spell, so you'll want to try to pick that up if you can. There we go. And then you're prompted to go up the stairs. And then you go over to this area. But yeah, the bosses are cool. And now I'm back with the warrior with the Yari Wu-Ching. And yeah, you have a, if you've got no weapon in your hands, you can do a rapid fire attack with this guy, and he does like an uppercut move that's really cool. You can throw enemies that you're really close to. And now here's this boss character who comes down the stairs. He's a tiger. Look at the cool magic attacks they can use. And there is a giant sword spell that I did. Ouch! Zip forward and kill him. So we can go to the next level. But yeah, this game is pretty cool. Just takes so damn long. And now we're at stage 4. But yeah, this is not a playthrough. I skipped numerous parts. The game is just so damn long. And here is the start of this level. You jump in the water and go underwater. You don't run out of air, don't worry. But it's really cool. You face these fish type creatures. There's a swordfish that can knock you down. And then there's these fish guys that will swim fast at you from afar. And now here's the first mini boss. But yeah, these bosses are cool. I like the webs and the spiders moving around on them. And now we face an urchin. Interesting bosses in this game. And there's a freeze spell that I used. And here's another boss, a goldfish. Yeah, it's a big old mace type thing he attacks you with. It's a really interesting game, just cool moves to remember for each character. We'll speed up here and beat him. And he released another giant sword that's a very useful spell. A couple of them. But yeah, having the spear is definitely useful on the fodder enemies. And now we play the 5th stage. And there's a total of 8 stages. I don't know what's going on in the cutscenes. You can't fall off ledges, don't worry. and you can't knock enemies off ledges. Yeah, he's barehanded, so we can see his uppercut attack. I like this guy. Do I get to use that spear? Well, if these guys will let me friggin' pick it up. There we go. But yeah, all your special moves change if you have the spear. Your magic attacks are the same, I think. Hey, they called me by my name, Russ. In this area, these fire ants will just hurt you if they touch you, but I think the simple gray ants don't hurt you if you touch them. Ooh, that was his attack button and jump button attack. That's supposed to drain a little bit of your energy. But I put on, I think, like infinite energy or something. It looks like there's a little missing, but I think it's still infinite. Those spiders will hurt you a little bit. There's like one that if it picks you up, it can take you to a different part of the level. And here's another boss. This guy kind of resembles the boss I faced earlier, I think. Let's just kill this bastard and get it over with. Yeah, I had never heard of this in arcades. Oriental Legend. Pretty cool game, but damn, it's just way too long. And again, I skipped a whole lot of it. I definitely did not do a playthrough. But again, if you try to pick up a magic that is really meant for a different character, it'll drop. And there, a spider took me to a different part of the level. And there's these women in this bath. Later on, you'll face this mini-boss, and she's the Spider Queen. And when you beat her, you face the Spider King. And the Spider King doesn't move around much. It's a giant spider that's in the pool. This gal's kind of annoying. But yeah, it's kind of neat that most of the bosses in this game, or mini-bosses, are actually animals. Let's kill this bitch. That mirror is a spell that you can use. You can like fire a laser out of it from far away. And now we're gonna face the Spider King. It's pretty cool that some of the bosses are so big. See, it doesn't move around much, but it can shoot you with lasers, it can smack you with its claws, with its legs, and we beat the Spider King. Pick up a bunch of stuff after beating him. And it'll show you the bosses that you fought in that level. Urchin King, Spider Queen, and Spider King. Some nice bonuses you can get. You get bonus points for all the items that you picked up during the level, and the energy that you've got left. Now we're going to go to stage 6. But yeah, we're just going to see snippets of each stage. Mostly boss or mini-boss fights. Yeah, it's really worthwhile playing this game just to see all the special moves you can do with each character. Here's a boss known as Eagle King. And it's cool to see special moves that you can do with and without your weapon. Ooh, I gotta hurry up. On numerous parts in this game, I put on infinite time just because the time was so strict in this game. Let's just move on and get out of here. Shoot. And then you have these spike gates that collapse. A little bit later, you will face the elephant. I think that's really cool that the bosses are animals in this game, for the most part. And now we're gonna face the Lion King. Not Simba or Mufasa. The Lion King in this game, this mini boss here, he can be large or he can shrink down to a guy that will use like all your character's spells and special attacks, I think. But yeah, you face the Eagle King, the Elephant, and the Lion King in this stage. And then we go on to stage 7. Some weird looking cutscenes. But yeah, there's so many multiple paths. These enemies start learning some really annoying tricks to attack you from afar. And then there's like a giant rat tail from behind. You will face a Rat King later on. And it's really friggin' hard. And here is the Rat King. And you have to face him multiple times, I think. But he's got like laser eyes and stuff. Really interesting. There's one of my sword attacks, I think it was. And yeah, he goes away and you have to face him again. And there he is again. Yeah, when you have to face a boss again, like it runs away early, the energy you took off before, it'll be reflected on his energy meter again when you face him again, which is good to know. Just die, please. That attack is really annoying. There we go. If you face a mini-boss and there's still enemies left, you know, fodder enemies after you kill him, you have to destroy those fodder enemies before you move on. Well, unless you're prompted and you can leave, but they'll still attack you after the boss has been destroyed. Now we move on to the final stage, stage 8. And here is a look at the final boss. And you go back down to this fiery pit area. And move forward and we'll face this Ox King. He's really annoying. There's another spell that causes substantial damage. And then a little bit later you face this fire dragon while you're trying to cross this bridge. And he's really annoying. He can grab you and hurt you. Slam you in the ground. Zip forward and see him destroyed. Now we've got fodder enemies that will charge you, turn into like a ram and attack you. There's a little guy that you can pick up that wanders around. I don't know what you get for picking him up. We've almost beaten the game. Here is the last boss coming up pretty soon. Well, first, you drop down to the final area. Just die already. And he is Ox God. He is huge. This is just such a cool game. Look, he's got 3 life bars. Oh, that's really fair. This is a cool game, but God, it just takes way too long. Note how much stuff I skipped, and this video is still over a half hour. Good gravy. Let's just we'll just skip forward in a sec and see me beat the guy. And there's a freeze magic attack I used. Here is the ending. Buddha statue rises. That is Oriental Legend by IGS in 1997, suggested by YouTube user Commander QUUHOD. And there's a number of follow-ups and sequels. I'd never heard of this. It's kind of an interesting little game. We did not see the monkey boy, me play as the monkey boy, and we'll look at him a little bit later. A couple of moves he can make. This is an interesting game, definitely worth checking out. But get some coffee or something to keep you awake because the game is so long. So many cool moves that the characters can make. Magic or just with your weapon or with your bare hands. And there I made first place, Russ. But that's so weird that you put in your initials partway through the game. Very, very unusual for an arcade game. Yeah, this IGS was... It definitely appears to be a Chinese company. Oriental Legend by IGS in 1997. Rather cool Chinese beat-em-up. Definitely worth checking out, but boy is it long. So many multiple paths that you can take. So many boss fights or mini-boss fights. I hope you've had patience with me for my not making videos for a while. I've been very sick this last week. I'm just finally starting to get over it a little bit. It's Oriental Legend by IGS in 1997. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the monkey kid. And his name is Wu-Ching. Just look at a few of his moves. There's his special move that takes off a little bit of energy. He can throw knives as one of his magic or special weapon attacks. But that was Oriental Legend by IGS in 1997, suggested by Commander QUUHOD. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Oriental Legend by IGS in 1997, and I will catch you later in the future with another video. Hope you had happy holidays, everybody. Take it easy. Bye-bye.